Corey Harrison's charisma and authenticity have made him a fan favorite for years. However, this reality TV star's life behind the scenes hasn't always been peachy. With his father's impending retirement and his grandfather's passing, Corey will be taking over the family business. However, despite his affection, although his admirers are unaware of it, Corey has been dealing with personal issues while he has been pawnbroking. Join us as we delve into the terrible backstory of Corey Harrison and uncover the hidden challenges and devastating moments that shape it. Known professionally as Big Hoss American businessman Richard Corey Harrison is also a reality television personality. Famous for his role on the History Channel's Pawn Stars, he and his dad, Rick Harrison, own the renowned gold-silver pawn shop in Las Vegas, and the show follows his daily activities there. Corey is a major player and an integral cog in the wheel that is the shop. On a daily basis, he assists with running the operations and processing the many deals that come in, along with his practical approach. Because of his business acumen, he is beloved by the show's viewers. That happened 2 years before Corey's birth. The 300-square-foot gold and silver coin shop, a used goods store on Las Vegas Boulevard South, was opened by his grandpa that year. Rick would spend his days working at the family business and his nights taking automobiles back because of how little it was. Inadequate funding. Corey, a son, was born to Rick and his family in 1983. The family realized they wanted to do something special for this joyful youngster and his brothers so that they may carry on their family's tradition. Because Corey's dad and grandfather worked so hard, they moved their little business when Corey was 3 years old to a larger structure at 413 Fremont Street. For the subsequent 2 years, things improved after relocating. Then, when they lost their lease, it was a huge setback. They had to get out of there fast since they were in a jam. Finding a new facility in a commercial neighborhood on Las Vegas Boulevard was a stroke of luck for them. They set their shop there and began expanding their used goods company. There was talk of the Harrisons opening a pawn business in their store. They reasoned that this was the logical next step for a business looking to expand beyond selling pre-owned items. However, a statute from 1955 in Sin City presented a significant obstacle. New pawn licenses could only be granted to cities having a population of 250,000 or more, according to the rule. Their city's population required to exceed 250,000 in order for them to obtain their license. In 1988, the population of Las Vegas was little more than 200,000, which was the sole issue. Rick allegedly checked in with the city's statistician once a week to see if the population had reached 250,000. By 1989, his wishes had come true, as Las Vegas had reached the ideal audience size. Following some legal complications, he was also granted the pawn license. The Harrisons were very efficient. In the same year, they debuted. Located at 713 Las Vegas Boulevard South, the gold and silver pawn shop is less than 2 miles away from the Las Vegas Strip. Corey and the family company did in fact spend much of their formative years together. He and his brother Adam worked at the pawn shop for precious metals for the majority of their lives. Kim, his mother, also held a significant position there. The boys' parents went their separate ways and their dad took them in. Prior to their father's covert double date with Tracy, the couple had been married for 9 months. She was to become his second wife in due time. After dating for 6 months, they decided to live together, and 8 months after that, they tied the knot. Corey and Adam were then entrusted to Tracy's care. The fact that Corey was now shouldering some responsibility was not surprising given his upbringing as an older brother. At the tender age of 9, he made the decision to begin his career by working at the shop. The business expanded and gained a reputation in Las Vegas as time went on, and as their star began to soar, so did their fortunes. Corey lent the store around $3 million each year and received around $700,000 in interest when he was 22 years old. A lot of people were curious about the store, and in 2003 it was even featured on Dave Attell's show Insomniac. However, this was merely the beginning because Rick thought of a fantastic concept that would greatly improve their company. No one was interested in using Corey's dad Rick's pawn shop as the location for a show about pawn shops, despite his best efforts for 4 years. Following this, Left Field Pictures' Brent Montgomery and Colby Gaines created the concept for Pawn Stars while visiting Sin City. They chose to create a show on one of these unique pawn shops because they enjoyed seeing the interactions between the fascinating people that frequented them. The show's producers decided to film at the family-run gold and silver pawn shop due to its proximity to the Las Vegas Strip and its extensive inventory of over 10,000 products. Pawn Stars is an alteration from the original title, Pawning History. The Harrison family became instantly popular after its 2009 debut. Fans of the show couldn't get enough, so they renewed their subscriptions year after year. The show's popularity stems from the warm and fuzzy relationships viewers saw between the family members, as well as their interactions with clients and employees. Being on the show is Corey. Corey became beloved by viewers on Pawn Stars because his extensive knowledge and expertise as a third-generation pawn shop owner made him an expert valuer. He achieved great success because he was an expert at identifying valuable things and distinguishing between phony and real ones. Of all the employees, he was the one that brought in the most stuff. However, he did not become an expert in his field overnight. Over the years, he put in a lot of effort and used. He improved with each transaction after learning the ropes from his grandpa and dad, Rick. Corey became well known for his exceptional discernment in identifying counterfeit goods, and his innate charisma and charismatic personality only served to propel him to even greater heights of fame. He had a naivety about the market when he was 19 years old, but he learned a painful lesson from life on the streets. It was a disastrous decision on his part to purchase 5 knockoff Rolex watches. As he pondered the events, he himself acknowledged it. He learned more about the industry and became better in his job as a result of this experience. Additionally, he learned the value of thorough research and the importance of exercising caution while dealing with precious items. While discussing several intriguing ones, he stunned many with a number of these facts. Corey recounted an incident in which he refused to pawn a live bird. Just because a customer started chatting about something else doesn't mean he'll buy from them. Allegedly from a dental school, a man brought in 8 human skulls. Corey refrained from purchasing them due to his concern that it could lead to future legal complications. In Corey's other noteworthy incident, a man arrived in a flashy vehicle carrying silver jewelry valued at several $1,000,000. Someone was seeking for fast money to pay for his gambling this time, and he came directly from the casino. At 7 in the morning, Corey had to assist this individual. Since the customer had planned to sell his Ferrari first thing in the morning. Because they are from different generations and have different opinions on what to buy, Corey and his dad often fought about these ridiculous items. But not even Corey's father could dispute that his son had consistently demonstrated admirable qualities while managing the company, particularly in his capacity to forge strong relationships. For that reason, he employed him, along with the authority to employ and dismiss employees. His ability to manage both the day-to-day operations of the firm and oversee a team of over 30 employees at the gold and silver pawn shop is evidence of his leadership skills. Since he was still an employee there, he played a significant role in the expansion of the store. Chumley, Corey's 21-year-old new hire at the gold and silver pawn shop, astonished fans with his ability sense. Corey could see right away that Chumley had the potential to have a knack for assisting others. Because of his exceptional social skills, Chumley was adored by all members of the Harrison family's extended relatives. He became a fan favorite and integral part of the show because of his unique personality and eccentricities. Chumley had developed into more than simply an employee over the years. An illustration of Corey's intelligence. That ingenuity extended beyond the store. Corey followed in his father's footsteps by considering ways to enhance the family business, what Corey accomplished for the business. By granting the Harrison family greater control over exciting new recreational locations, Corey increased their visibility on social media. He, Rick, and Chumley had a fantastic guest appearance on iCarly in an episode titled "I Lost My Head in Vegas." The program showcased their sense of humor, which solidified their fans' affection for them. Then, in July 2014, Rick went into business with them and the History Channel game program Pawnography. Attempting to prevent the other players from winning, the 3 of them were engaged in a high-stakes trivia duel on the show. The pawn store they adored gave them money and presents. Many viewers felt the show provided an entertaining and informative outlet for fandom and allowed them to see a different side of their favorite celebrities. Many felt that Corey's contributions to the family firm were enhanced by his work and the fact that he could blend media expertise with financial acumen. Corey and his dad were clearly going through a difficult time. The complicated dynamics between a father and son highlight the challenges of tight family collaboration, particularly in a high-pressure corporate environment. Their relationship deteriorated in Pawn Stars Season 6 due to Corey's desire for a larger role in the family business. Richard, Corey's grandpa, was a co-owner and majority owner of the company. Rick appeared to believe that. Even still, Corey had the burden of proving his abilities. Corey felt unfairly treated by his father, despite his many contributions to the family business, and was unhappy as a result. He threatened to abandon the family business if his father did not provide him a 10% ownership part in the gold and silver pawn shop, demonstrating his seriousness about the matter, although some supporters felt this. Some people felt that Corey should have controlled his fury and waited a little longer to get what was rightfully his. Rick gave Corey a 5% share in the family firm after much deliberation, with the possibility of increasing his share in the future. A watershed moment in Corey's life occurred when he consented to the agreement. Even though Rick maintained ownership of the majority interest, Corey's shares reportedly increased over time as a result of his increasing sense of responsibility. In spite of his obvious desire to take over the store, Corey will face several challenges on his path to doing so. Over the years, things have also gone wrong and been tough on that road. Summary: Corey came dangerously close to death in a motorcycle accident last year. While riding his bike to collect party materials, Corey's thoughts raced at 40 miles per hour, and he had to leap off the bike to avoid a horrific crash. The abrupt change caused the bike to lose control and crash to the ground. Corey took his time getting to the hospital after the horrific tragedy. To the contrary, he returned to his gathering. A severe injury to his hand necessitated surgery, during which 8 screws were implanted, so he next visited the doctor, recalling the events of the past. After that near-death experience, Corey counted himself extremely fortunate to be alive. Additionally, Corey's health had deteriorated to the point where his doctor needed to intervene due to that near miss. For many seasons, Corey had the title of Big Guy on Pawn Stars. Big Hoss's maximum weight was 400 pounds. His doctor prescribed medication to prevent diabetes as his health began to deteriorate due to his weight, prioritizing his well-being. Finding out he had a high risk for diabetes was a wake-up call for Corey. It caused him to reconsider his way of life. On one occasion, on his way home from the doctor's office, he felt a bit depressed. While traveling, he came upon a facility that offered lap band surgery and made the immediate decision to get started. Despite his financial situation, he spoke to Good Morning America and said, "The first stage in Corey's life-altering transformation was the surgery, which he paid for with 4 credit cards. He started a new chapter in his life at work and at home when he courageously decided to take better care of himself. Everyone was taken aback by his drastically altered appearance following the surgery. Because of this, he persisted even more. To ensure the success of the weight loss trip, he was exerting every effort possible. A new chapter of his life began when he resolved to take his band to the doctor on a regular basis. He began to reflect on his food and drink choices and made healthier selections, cutting out junk food. At one point, he said, "I can only eat a little bit of food now. I ensure that it is nutritious." He also made sure to include exercise in his schedule. His friends encouraged him to strive for excellence because of his remarkable transformation.